Arka, welcome.
Okay.
I wanted to let's start with getting an introduction about yourself. Can you explain who you are and describe what you do today?
Yes, that's what everyone should be asking and knowing their trueness, their essential personality, who they are, and who am I. Those aspects. And you keep asking, in the beginning, it will become a social question, a physical question: who are we, or who am I? But gradually, it will lead us into metaphysical and spiritual inquiry. I said, yes, I am recognized as as a philosopher, and also a Sanskrit scholar.
Yes.
So, and a yogi, a modern day yogi who can really understand people and reflect them with insights about themselves,
Yeah.
who they are, what they can do, what do they hold within themselves. And even just meeting straight away people who want to know, then I delve into myself just in short time and then come up with those insights.
Yeah.
And they wonder how come I know so much about them as though I know them for many years. So such services make them realize who they are, and if there's any gap or gulf, they will fill it in and really um, become fully aware of their potentials and capabilities and their strengths and their purpose, all those aspects.
What was life like growing up in Karnataka State?
Karnataka State, is quite cultural, and open, and people were seeking some stability, mm, and purpose,
Yeah.
and also making their living comfortable, and also practicing equally Sanatana Dharma, those aspects.
Yes. Picking up on the Sanatana Dharma, I believe your family's got deep yogic roots. Growing up with that influence of that, what was that lineage's influence on you?
Yes, I saw my father with some extra abilities or some extra sensory knowledge, which people would utilize by approaching him for their needs or to eliminate their doubts and also ease their path, and also to overcome some hurdles in their lives and so forth. So, so he was quite helpful to society in spiritual sense or in some mystical sense. And I was still naive and not knowing much about those things. But I always developed a curiosity. My grandfather, also, I was told that he floated on water on a banana leaf in front of Mysore Palace in 1932. I was also quite skeptical. How could ever that happen? You'll sink as soon as you step into a lake or a pond. How come one could float? Buoyancy, how can that happen? And those aspects, and also many other things gradually really aroused my curiosity. Then I went on investigating myself. So that's why I ended up like this.
Excellent. I mean, you mentioned that going back, your heritage, 1932, your grandfather, then your father. What's your earliest memory of you as a child with this spiritual awareness? When did you start to recognize it?
That happens gradually. as a flower blossoms. Uh, so it happens bit by bit. That's natural. But our quest has to be persistent. Once you know there is something higher than your intellect, so that's called a truth. So you want to pursue that truth because that will provide answers to many of your burning questions, and that will give you a clear idea of who you are and where you are, your position and your role, um, your existence, and the purpose, all those aspects. So I was after that truth. It really, and it was always providing me incentive. Each time you encounter the fragment of truth, oh, I want to know more. I want to know more. So it really takes you on through to enlightenment. That's really how it all gradually unfolded.
What is there a moment or an experience in your personal journey of pulling at that fragment of truth that really stands out, that made you question life and then the consciousness around
Yes,
you?
yes, yes.
What was that moment?
This, when you see disease, death, and decrepitude, I mean, infirmities of old age, and many trials, tribulations, difficulties people go through, and some not always physical, mental, emotional, even deeper than that. So you really question your position. You ended up in this type of world, and was it in my choice to come into this world, or how to manage? There's no manual to know how to go about things, how to understand, how to interact, and what's the best thing to do here on this planet. Uh, what is the ultimate purpose? What is the reality? Uh, what makes you a really fulfilled person, um, and what makes you human, complete human, or is there anything beyond? So questions were quite persistent and really quite chasing you, chasing me. So eventually, you, but you're never allowed to become frustrated, never discouraged by circumstances and situation and nature and in life. There's always some reward for you when you sincerely work towards something, always you are rewarded. That was really quite appealing to me. That meaning we genuinely seek truth, seek meaning, the meaning of life. We will get there. Okay, let me go deeper. And eventually came my mind turned towards tapasya, dhyan. Oh my God, this is quite interesting. You are supposed to keep your eyes open, walk into the field, do work, be practical, and study, do research, and interact with the public. But here, they are really sitting on their own in solitude and doing something internally. What is it? How can they conquer or achieve something bigger, higher, which is supposed to be like understood like that? So then I was interested. I want to experiment what happens when you sit on your own with closed eyes. Where the direction, where to go now, and multiple thoughts. How do you face multiple ideas, thoughts? So many things come to your mind. What do you want to do there? Huh? You're not non-doing. How can they bring fruits? Doing can bring fruits. Usually, you may fail sometimes, but non-doing, simply withdrawing everything from the world, how can you gather something? That was my deep quest, So that took me deep inside.
Fascinating. How did you find the journey of guiding, and how did you guide yourself towards self-realization and not down into a rabbit hole?
Yes, you know, no matter how much you travel or go around searching for truth or searching for meaning, searching for your objective, we even don't know what's our objective. So we have to set our objective. First, we have to understand we are, what what do we have in the first place. What kind of person am I, and what is the nature of my being? Am I the same like everyone, or am I different? If that's the case, then I become an unique individual. In that case, what is that uniqueness? No, is it only external uniqueness, such as differing from others in your palm prints and skin pigment of your skin and so forth, or a genetic profile or so, or then anything deeper? Then I wanted to know, are we different than others? And when we delve deeper with your inquiry, are we the same some with the sensual whatever we hold within us? So then that really led me deep into further investigation.
Did you find that to be a vibrancy or a frequency within yourself? What was it that you touched on that then evolved into what is Arka Dhyana?
Yes, but it took a while for me to go through such experiments and gaining such experiences and insights. Took a while, but I was 100% sure there's definitely something internally we need to explore, all of us. There is certainly something that we can is not available in the material world. That's not possible in becoming involved in the material world alone. There's something that we need to know and experience and embrace within us. Whatever name can be different. If we don't do it now, it will never happen. There's only one life. We didn't know where we were before. We don't know where will we be next. But one thing is for sure, our instinct can say, our intuition says there is something definitely which is to be explored, not to be suppressed. It's to be explored and expressed and released. That is special energy, and I was sure, so I was pursuing constantly. Even today, when my audiences or if I go to attend some meetings, if nothing is happening, I go into my dhyan, or we may call it intuitive meditation, like becoming absorbed totally. And in one of the universities in England, I was so absorbed deeply when they were all speaking about something philosophical, and then it's not my role, my turn, so that I became absorbed. One professor looked at me. Were you doing, Mr. Arka? I said, this is what I was doing. I'm interested to know how to do it, what really happens internally, what do you gain, what is that? Like, then eventually you will be, nature has got the system to support you, to help you, in the sense to assist to achieve that first if possible, or parallelly if possible, parallel to our modern day living, parallel to this external involvement, something you need to do internally. And that really has got almost everything that you need to do, you need to achieve. Body is looked after, cared for naturally. We are not looking after our body even properly, but still it's all operated very well, following the laws of nature. We have no control over our own digestive system, pulmonary organs, and the cardiac system. But still, even brain, we don't have control. Brain functions completely. We don't have any control, honestly. Thoughts dictate us, and we can sometimes generate thoughts willfully. Anyway, it's all taken care. But so, what is why we are not allowed to access our own bodily organs to manage the way we want it? It's controlled. We're not allowed to tap into some nervous area system, isn't it? So anyway, the point is now, um, but self-realization. Yes, you come to know your depth.
What is Arka Dhyana in that simple, practical sense?
Arka has so many meanings. The term mainly it's from Sanskrit language. Arka meaning the sun in the sky, and then some medicine, traditional medicine prepared out of cow's urine, and Arka also meaning some white flower, cactus, from cactus community. And there are a bowl of good contents. So many meanings. Arka meaning Ganesha also associate with the word Arka. So Dhyana, most people are aware of have heard of this Dhyana term. Dhyana. Even the word itself, when you pronounce properly, it will remind you something deeper. Dhyana, not Dhyana. Dhyana. Only Easterners can pronounce with this tone. Yes, exactly. Normally, people in certain cultures it doesn't allow them to operate their organs in this manner to this expression. So dhyan, Arka Dhyana. So that's the reason it became dhyan. And I got this knowledge from the sun. I believe that because when I was observing the sun, some certain knowledge entered into me gradually. Then I developed some method that's called Arka Dhyana, based upon touch and sense of and element of sound, your own sound, and then becoming conscious of your breaths.
This intuitive meditation, how does this differ from Western mindfulness and other traditional approaches?
Exactly. So I know there are so many varieties of conducting meditation. I could be focusing upon some object or maybe repeating some mantra and many other ways. Whereas here, intuitive meditation, not intellectual meditation, intuitive, which is heart based, nothing much to do in the brain, in the realm of thinking, more to experience at the heart level. So we are usually brain people, brainy. We become brainy and we use our brain to interact with the world, to understand things. Brain is like a most important organ in the context of communicating with the world, cortex. But here, there's something beneath our the mind and the head, internally so very well placed organ that's called heart. It's not only there to pump the blood, but it is there with some other purpose. For example, brain is not just like a brain function, firing neurons or so on and so forth, but and also supplying oxygen to the brain, to the heart. But the brain has produced some conscious awareness, which is we call it mind. So also there must also be in the heart a faculty, that conscious awareness in the heart region area, thinking that when brain becomes the base for the mind, heart should become the base for something. You may maybe you may call deeper mind or mother mind or feeling mind, or maybe intuition that also has got the ability to provide best advice for you, not in terms of numbers or images or word letters, like impulsive powerful feeling, and it leads you not only when bringing to your knowledge that guidance, it just leads you in that direction. We won't even know when we come out of that situation, how come I performed, how come I went through that situation, how I really got out of the trouble, how I made the decision, spontaneously. You yourself don't know with the logically, but when it takes over, logical mind is disabled, intellectuality is disabled. That astonished me. How come this can happen? It's incredible, the system in nature, but we don't explore that most important gift or element or faculty within us. That's how do we access more? How do we acknowledge more? And interestingly, the more we acknowledge, more it expands, more it really makes things real. You can build up the structural consciousness of realities. So that really interested me, and there's no university for us to study, understand, practice, experiment, cross-examine, and build it up like that. That's left to individuals. You work out on your own. Nothing can be studied objectively or externally, academically. It's your world. You are living within the body, within you are the conscious being. Consciousness is within you too, and then how you live with that, and it's your phenomenological experience of yours. You can never share to your satisfaction in terms of words, but you know that has happened. So many people have got that experience which can never be shared. Even people laugh at them, they are crazy with that experience, but as mind over matter, or maybe like a, beyond known phenomena, so like this. So that has got uh, guidance, knowledge, and then shows you the best, not only for you selfishly, for others as well. That's intuitive dhyana.
That's intuitive. So how do you get the balance between the two?
The world is made of dualities. Everything has something contrasted to that object or element or matter. Nothing is on its own. There's always something its counterpart. Even particles have got virtual particles. There's antiparticles, virtual particles. So everything has the opposite, isn't it? So also there must be something. You should talk about the brain, thinking, mind. There must be something contrasted with that within our own. That cannot stay outside. It should be within the system of our living and being. That contrasted element must be there. That's what it is. The heart is the nearest organ that we can find and appreciate it. Oh, that's so well connected, yet they are two different entities within us. Either you take physically, like a brain and the heart, metaphysically, or mind and emotional heart. So, now one is emotional. I consider as realm of feeling. From the throat region, there descends the realm of feeling, realm of experiences. From here, realm of thinking, realm of analysis, realm of rationality. So, how very well placed. So it depends upon where we want to put more of our emphasis and attention. Yeah, so somehow we are attracted so much into the physical world through the brain, through our mind, through our intellectuality or the surface consciousness. So we are occupied, so much occupied. So now this is ignored, this area, that realm, that domain is very much ignored. It's taken for granted. There's nothing like, family members, we take them sometimes for granted. Outside, we do a lot of things, but we have ignored the most important thing in our home. Or later on, we realize after years or maybe some longer time, oh my God, sorry, I really didn't realize that like this. Anyway, so this is really, and the truth of this matter is, as gradually and we go to advanced ages, then this happens. Reminder comes instinctively, intuitively. There's call comes to them again and again. Then they want to be on their own. They want to do some puja, part, dhyan, serve, seva, and many other things. More emphasis on this area, emotional thinking and emotional approach, those things. So we need both, at least in balance. That's not happening. So at least by this understanding, raising this kind of conscious awareness, we can somehow bring balance, if not going too much inwardly, at least.
is it possible to teach people about spirituality that have a Western mindset with Eastern philosophy?
Yes, science encourages us to think rationally and analytically, whereas spirituality inspires us to go deep within oneself. We need both. First of all, our body, physical body, each functioning with some force is operating, intelligent force is operating collectively. There must be some master sitting there, master, the top, even beyond our own thinking or beneath our thinking. So, digital body, physical body, time bound body, but contrasted with infinite consciousness, timeless soul, so and totally non-thinking, abundant awareness we have within ourselves. So how come they are working together so perfectly, in perfect balance as well? So again, our emphasis is more onto the world, more to the physical matter, physical world, external world, the natural world. And somehow we are tempted so much about the world, always because our senses are so wide, open and fully functioning constantly with utmost sensitivity, sound to sight to taste to and the feeling of the touch and so forth. So our energy is drawn so much to the brain, and then from the all the sources corners of the body, energy is just drawn upward and then spread it from here, so that's one way. And there's another way, that is like breathe out and breathe in. So we are breathing out like constantly where the air is coming, but here energy. So now breathing in the sense, we've gone outside on a grand scale, as humanity, to see and do kind of study about the world, how matters work, how everything is. And then now it's time for us to breathe in now, and then breathe in our consciousness, breathe in our mind, breathe in our awareness has gone so far away, then now breathing back, and then we really become grounded. Yes, I feel. So even when you go to doctors, don't they really ask you, what do you think about yourself? They don't ask like that. How do you feel? How do you feel? So the feeling you have to reflect. No one else can ever copy your feeling or detect your feeling with any advanced technology and devices. However much some corporate companies boast to sell the products, but in truth, fortunately, that cannot be hacked by anybody. The feeling consciousness, it's very, very private, secret, and sacred as well. Why it is sacred? Not religiously sacred, I'm talking about. The sacred means something that it cannot be easily tapped into by other people. So it's you, only you can do it. It's totally safe. So thinking, yes, someone can really tap into the brain function, or maybe put some electrodes, gadgets, and everything, and hook up the wire with wires, and then read something on the screen. What may be going on, binary based on binary function, effects and functions. But here, the feeling is so private, cozy. So that's really that's spiritual. That's spiritual. Thinking is brain is physical. Thinking is semi-spiritual or semi-physical, whereas feeling is purely non-physical. Feeling must also have that beautiful grandmother sensor is your feeling. It's common to everything. Even with closed eyes, you can feel. With ears shut down, you can still feel. You can be encased in a cave, you can feel. That interest feel is not confined to the body. You can feel externally what's going on even to that degree. It's called like a not independent of outside experience. So that really our yogis, saints, scholars, and fathomed into this dimension, they really brought down abundant knowledge into the world. Whole Shastra Vidya, we talked about that. How did it come? How did they get that knowledge? There was no any other text before they even wrote down those highly intelligible, intellectual thoughts on some palm leaves. How come they got that wisdom? So that is really like meaning we have some system within us, not in the brain definitely, because as we know already. So the system is somewhere deep within us, in the heart area, somewhere around or maybe inside. I don't want to commit to that really fact. And with that, becoming even consciously aware of that a special thing there. Again and again, we breathe in, we keep in touch and become fully aware, intuitively aware. We grow with that conscious awareness, something totally spiritual, that non-physical, but results are physical. Results can be analyzed physically or tangible. It's because they're all tangible. That's very interesting. And you can downloading knowledge like from the universe, from the cosmos. When you tuned in, you can only tune in with nature internally only, spiritually only. No, and physical means are limited, confined, restricted. This is what Dhyan emphasizes.
Fantastic. Religion has become more of a construct of control. How do you see spirit? Can spirituality exist within religion?
So, in my view, religion is like a container, and spirituality is its contents. So, not knowing the contents within the container of religion, we excessively admire or adore. But religion is the only thing that qualified enough to hold spiritual content. Without religion, you cannot hold the spiritual content at all. Anywhere in the world, always there is some container. Commonly, we call it religion, but in truth, that is held by that container, customs, practices, tradition, their inheritance, and so many language. Everything is just like tentacles of the decorative tentacles of the container really called religion. So religion, those who become attached too much only to the container, they become fanatics, zealots. Whereas those who are interested in what the container is very beautiful, very attractive, of course, but what does it contain inside the box? Can we open it? They are adventurous, self in engaging in self discovery and spiritual and discovering spiritual truths. They are the ones who take the essence of that religion, and then they compare with the essence of other religious books in the world. Then they realize, my God, so common. Amrit is common. Amritavani. The truth is common deep down, but as also we all have got the truth within ourselves. Everyone. That's the reason we are able to connect and communicate. If there was no common truth deep down within us, we cannot connect with anybody. We are individualized and isolated totally. We become alien to each other, and there is no group feeling, no community feeling, no collective consciousness. Fortunately, we have common truth. Oh, and so that's what really a religion difference between religion and spirituality. So spirituality is to be experienced more than you speak, more than you understand mentally, intellectually, and whereas a religion is to celebrate, to live a life collectively with common objectives, common goals, supporting each other morally in many aspects, and thus they gain some strength, special strength.
That's phenomenal because when you look at the as a student of history and as a purveyor of things that interest me when I go down my rabbit holes, see that the dharmic thread from the bottom of India to the top of India, whether you're a Hindu, whether you're a Jain, whether you're a Buddhist, whether you're a Sikh, it's all essentially the divinity of Brahm.
Correct. Brahma Sutra.
Brahma Sutra, right? And getting to Brahm and how to experience Brahm.
Yes.
And with what you've just told, you touched on that without saying it, but you've described it in a beautiful way for me. And I love it. But how did your journey then bring you beyond India? Because we have this dynamic thread in Bharat, but from India and eventually to the UK, how did your journey bring you out?
It all started from India eventually. Everything starts from wherever you are, isn't it? The first step and the first introduction, isn't it? So people came to meet me in Mysore, where I come from, and they were from UK. Some were from Middle East, and like these different countries, people were coming, and some people took me so seriously. You have to come. We want to take you to introduce you to our friends. This is very fascinating. Actually, what happened? As they wanted to ask something. I told them to write something in a paper privately, and then come to me. Then I really gave answers to those questions. They were shocked. That's really, Mike, how can you do this? I said, not me. It's you can do it. There's always hope for everyone, not like only one person. Nature is never biased. Give knowledge only to this person, not to other people. Not so. Only humans we can prevaricate truth. We can protect and conceal the truth or vidya, not giving it to others, whatever may be the reasons. Even there are people who don't give it to their own lineage, vidya. They just keep the secrets with themselves and they live the world. So fortunately, nature is very compassionate and loving and caring. That's the reason we call Mother Nature, not Uncle Nature or Auntie Nature. We don't call like that. Mother Nature, ultimate. Motherly means motherliness, protective and giving, non-biased, or anybody equal to everyone is treated equally, fairly. There's fairness in nature. Look at the sun rays. We go outside and we are here everywhere. You can see the light is glowing, flowing so equally, isn't it? With such perfection. So nature is always like that. So anyway, so anything spiritual, is universal. Not only your property, even the enlightenment we achieve, self-realization we achieve out of the spiritual sadhana, practice, or persistence, is not. The benefits are not for us. We become incidental in reaping those positive results, but the truth of the matter is that's for everyone. That's for the world. One spiritually enlightened person can give light to so many people, different type of light, like a peace, awareness, and the inspiration and hope to people. Not that I only can do, others can do too. Yes.
I love that because you're all about empowering others
Yes.
to be able to radiate that same light out.
Absolutely.
And it's so different to the Western thought process, that capitalistic approach. So what was it like when you shared these ideas here in the UK or in the Middle East or in America for the first time? How did people respond?
People respond when when there is truth. Truth that is constant. Well, like speed of light is constant. So also truth is constant. It will never change, but brings changes. By itself, it cannot change. It's the first foundation, the truth forever. So when that truth manifests, when your words, in your actions, in your guidance, then that touches them. May not be able to describe, but touches them. They know, my God, that's really brilliant. That touched me, and they abide by that. They follow, experiment upon that guideline, and they really derive results. They say, my God, that's how all the people who met me around the world, because of this truth, means the substance, If you have substance, nothing to worry. Just be real, truthful. It's people not, and also our attempt should not be in impressing them to conquer their minds or to gain something from them. Genuinely, just to deliver because they approached you for something. We should be so like so genuine in delivering whatever it comes to you because you're connected with the higher sources.
What is the purpose now, as you see it, for the meditation centers and the charitable organizations around the world? Where do you see that going to?
First of all, you set a model. Uh, uh, that's in itself is like service. So you create prototype. That's service already. People can copy. That's the purpose. In spirituality, there's no copyright. Intellectually, you can have intellectual copyright, but not spiritual copyright, because that's for everyone. You can never ever control it. People are trying to control so many things, even authorities and the elites and so forth, but they can never control everything. It's going to be a little utter failure. But rather we accept this truth that spirituality, spiritual wisdom, spiritual inspiration, spiritual insights, or spiritual truths are all for everyone. It's just universal. So they will not, they will respond to it. So also meditation centers, coming back to this point, it's setting models, examples, so they can go and practice. If at least they know such things can exist. You know, when someone is terribly ill and someone walks into the hospital and they look at the person and that person had a similar illness, but now that person is completely out of that sickness, healed, cured, recovered totally. Even just by knowing this and seeing the person, although it's not helping you right now, but how do you feel? You feel so happy to see the person. Oh, great, nice to meet you. Because a role model, there's a model here, a living model, example. This can happen to me too. I can also overcome this sickness. Even if it doesn't happen, at least this is a positive hope. So beautiful. Similarly, when we have meditational practices, centers, and meditators, also deep meditators, I mean, not just meditation for ordinary physical attainments, but spiritual achievement at the highest. So when they see, people feel inspired and they carry for that forward because there are no constrictions, restrictions like religion. Religion constrains you, but here now it's open to anybody. Anybody can do it. You see? Join in. When you smile, is it for you the benefit?
For everybody.
Exactly. There you go. Similarly, if you are good, it's for others, not only for you.
You never smile for yourself. You're always like, you're in contemplation for yourself. But for others
Absolutely.
you smile.
So that's interesting. All that is good is for others. The benefit goes to others. So one person being good, he or she is serving society. Yes.
I have the benefit of asking this question because you've studied both Sanskrit and English, so you can do the translations. But I'm not sure if the word actually has a Sanskrit root or not. But the word guru, gu, ru,
Yes.
are they Sanskrit?
Exactly.
What do they mean?
Oh, guru, the term in Sanskrit, first of all, in no word can exist without its root, without its root word or mother sound, or mother, not even word, mother sound we can say, because word means it should be refined, complete, the word, but it's a mother word. So guru has derived from its root word called gr. Gr. Root word is always, we can't say again word, but there's no other option. That's the reason I'm saying root word means raw word, like a raw vegetable. So the raw word is gr, like a Rama, ram, like Krishna, Krishna, how to pronounce. Those are the root word. Then that root word, a raw word, goes through grammatical tough furnaces, and eventually it becomes a beautiful, glowing, meaningful word. That's how it is. It's so much process involved that one can understand this by reading. Bit difficult, but with the help of some scholars, they can take some classes or maybe just to know how it's all designed in Panini grammar. Panini Maharshi, he also got in his Dhyana, he got that wisdom. Then he he codified Sanskrit, entire Sanskrit grammar into 3,993 grammatical rules. Each formula is so big, beautiful one. Anyway, it's called Ashtadhyayi. It's called Ashtadhyayi. Anyway, Guru, there it's mentioned. So Guru means Yaha Dharman Granati Upadishati Saha Guru. Definition. It comes with the definition even. Any word you take in Sanskrit, root word, what is the definition? It's like it's amazing. Its meaning is very well confined. This is the one meaning. It cannot be stretched, undiluted even. That's called guru again. Yaha, whoever. Dharma means dharma, righteousness. The dharma, not always righteousness. It's also dharma means the duty is that's the way it works. That's the way it goes. Okay, that dharma, like a fire, combustibility in fire, dharma, buoyancy in water, dharma. Grab anything you throw up, it just has to come back. Gravitational field, dharma. Anyway, also humans considering others is dharma. Other beings, other creatures, dharma. Anyway, fine. So, yaha, whoever, dharma, granati, absorbs, and upadishati, gives back. Saha, that person is called Guru. That personality is called Guru. Whoever absorbs all the negative things and gives out light. Like the associated with full moon. What does the moon planet does? Absorbs scorching sunlight, sharp sunlight, and then gives off a cooling white form of light. And that's the reason always Guru, and with Guru's wisdom, Guru Purnima is always associated with Guru's enlightenment with the full moon. So that's what the meaning of Guru. So whoever does this out of their good, heart, that's good. That person is Guru. With unconditionally.
Unconditional. Takes you out of darkness and
Exactly. Perfect.
Arkaji, when people come to you, what are they truly, honestly searching for?
I think when people come to me searching for relief and realization, happiness is incidental. So they have something that they cannot resolve. They can resolve, probably they don't know the way how to resolve. Could be anything related to physical, to emotional, to mind related matters, to even sometimes personal well-being and so forth. So that's the reason they come. And eventually, when you help them, assist them, reflect them, giving them some guidelines as how they can overcome fear, anxiety, beginning from stress to domestic issues to professional issues, unable to make decisions, and some challenges, how overcome some long haunted issues in the psychology, whatever. So then, eventually, they will become spiritual. Yes, because they want to embrace something higher and deeper and long lasting, to feel fulfilled and become totally celebratory, like appreciative of everything that's happening, and they will retain their gratitude forever. Everything that has contributed for their well-being and for their presence in the world, for their conscious awareness, for their energy expressions. Everything matters. That is the reason presence is very important. People say when they meet some Mahatma or enlightened person or yogi, whatever, advanced people, they call Oh, thank you for your presence. Presence means that their feeling, their energy is spilling all over around. Bioconscious magnetic positive field. My God, it's like making them feel so like elated, inspired. They don't know what it is, but they feel so elated and awakened. Like, everything is okay, like everything is perfect, nothing to worry about. Do not worry. Zero fear, zero anxiety, zero stress, and just everything is achieved. Is happening more even. I'm really, what a beautiful feeling. Nothing, you know the direction. You know everything is clear. No questions, no doubts, no disbelief, no concerns. It's all there. It's going well. It will go well. It will go well. It will, like you that uh, radiating, giving out that thought, special thought, assuring thought, energizing thought, expressing abundant confidence, meaningful confidence, not some emotional excitement. Truthfully, do not worry, it will happen. And we work together, it will happen. This is what people experience who come to see me worldwide. Even today, they are cherishing fifth generation.
Because it's the substance
It's substance.
behind the message.
Yeah, exactly.
There is a substance, and
Yes.
that is why it resonates.
Absolutely.
It's that positive reinforcement. You
Yes.
know, and how do you see your role? Are you a teacher? Are you a guide? Are you a fellow journeyman on that same path? How do you see yourself?
Simply, I would love to call servant of humanity. That's the best I can say. Anything that makes me like superior, I won't like that idea or title or that reward. Everyone must be regarded, because for an enlightened person, everyone has the potential to become enlightened. So seriously, because it's not just saying to make everybody happy, which is true. Maybe they're taking time, but evolution will make them question more deeply and become enlightened or self-realized in their own way. Uh, yeah, so that's what I really would like to say. And people call me Yogi Arka. Some people call me Swamiji, Guruji, Mahaguruji. Different ways. I'm not much more interested in those things. I'm interested in how I can be of some help. Even today, if you want me to tell you the truth, I can show the text messages. Somebody wrote to me, "Oh, who are you, Arkaji? That will the world ever know you?" I said, their gratitude that making them ask like that, but I don't define, and that's not essential. Who am I to the world? How much I am useful? That's always the question, isn't it? And however they want people perceive you, people call me Arka in some place casually, Arka ji, and Dr. Arka. In many ways, it's people according to people's experiences and perceptions, and they perceive you. That's okay. That's not no branding required here. It's just be humble and do the work, do service.
It's your seva, it's your selfless service
Yes,
to humanity.
exactly.
So you're humble. And you know, when you're in this position of humility, satkar, and that's, can we get a definition of satkar as well,
Satkar,
please?
yes,
That would be
yes,
fantastic.
satkar, very
If you would, that would be fantastic. You know,
Sat means truth. Kar means who doing the work for truth, or doing work with truth. Satkar, doing good deeds. Satkar, and treating someone with respect. Although society has ignored someone or a group of people, but you recognize their potential, their greatness, and you uplift them, and you support them, inspire them, because nobody can exist without their resources, natural resources, without having been blessed by the universe. They must have some roles, some responsibilities, some potential to become enlightened. Nobody has guided them, reflected them. So maybe they don't know the way, but they're bound to become evolved. That's my conviction.
And it comes across. How do you live intuitively in today's modern life?
Yes, that can be challenging, obviously, because you have got plans and commitments and programs. But now at times it's your intuition says, no, there's something else you have to do. Prioritize that first, and you know, cancel some events. But yet challenging for you. But within the scope of such organized events, still you can be spontaneous, you can be intuitive, you can still deliver. It's what is possible. It's like you may not have microphone, you may speak with your naturally with your throat and tongue, and even if there is a paper, you can roll the paper and make it like a microphone. You can still like amplifier. You can still say, if you really want to, if you are that, you can always do it under any circumstances. Yes, it's water is water. Wherever you take, it's water, and it won't change. So see,
The chemical
ah,
equation will still be the
exactly,
same,
chemical
like
structure.
H2O.
Well
Yeah,
said.
yeah.
Exactly, exactly.
When, when you're looking back on your journey to date and the work that you have initiated, and from that moment you were a child, for that first experience of pulling that fragment of truth and getting to where you are today, and then who knows what the universe has in store moving forward. What gives you peace today?
Honoring the moment and appreciating all that is happening and being grateful for everything the way it is, and take it from there. And so you find peace because there is no chaos in nature. So if you're part of nature, so you have to imbibe that truth and teaching and message that everything is peaceful. Only locally here and there you can see sporadically volcanic explosions, hurricanes, and some earthquakes, but not throughout the globe. At a time it will never happen. Nature is kind and compassionate. But even those things happen with some reasons, only to bring more, restore more peace, restore more harmony, to bring balance. That's what it happens. Similarly, regardless of variations in around, and when you have that higher understanding, peace prevails. Peace prevails.
If the whole world was listening right now, what would you want to say?
I would say life is not the way we have normally understood. Life is deep and profound, and that deserves much of your love, care, and gratitude. And work with that, and work from your, not only from the heart, work from the soul, and you see something more than what you have seen so far. And there is higher purpose than ordinary purposes. And I also believe in giving more than always taking. And run after knowledge, Gnan. That will take care of everything. True knowledge.